Hi everyone, I'm Cpl Prive. I was a corporal in the Marine Corps. I got out this past December 2012, and I'm here to talk a little bit about the Leadership Scholar Program. I'll just be outlining my experiences with the program, some advice I've gotten along the way during my transition, and hopefully I'll be able to get across how incredibly important LSP is for transitioning Marines looking to go to school and how awesome it is, and just a sense of relief I got from just having someone like Beth in my corner, pointing me in the right direction, and just being there. It's awesome, and I'll begin now just by giving my brief story. I started looking at schools while I was in, about 2 months before my EAS. It's a little early, but I was really excited. Even when I first enlisted, I knew that school was where I wanted to go when I got out. I was a poor high school student. I was a terrible high school student. I wanted to prove to myself that I could succeed in college, and I also wanted to pursue a few passions and just do well my way in school and just start my life outside of the Marine Corps. And I'm sure you guys are looking to do the same. But unfortunately, when I first started looking at schools, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just really excited. Started talking to whatever school would answer my email, and unfortunately, I didn't get very far because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to approach the application process, really. And I didn't even know what I wanted to study. So, thankfully, LSP came into the picture about 4 months before I EAS'd. I first got wind of the program from a friend who told me that LSP was sponsoring a meeting with admissions counselors from Stanford and NYU. And when I first got the invitation, I didn't take it too seriously just because, I almost failed out of high school. Now I'm supposed to be attending this meeting. How was I supposed to take it seriously? Thankfully, I went. It turned out to be one of the best decisions of my enlistment and, honestly, of my life. From the first 2 minutes, I was floored just that these people, these admissions counselors, and Beth especially, not only understood where I was coming from, just a poor high school history. Now I'm looking to succeed in college, but they appreciated it and they welcomed it. It was awesome just knowing that these counselors almost expected my case, and they welcomed it, and it was great, and that was the boost of confidence I needed. And from there, the ball started rolling. I started talking to Beth, and at that time, I actually knew the 2 schools I wanted to apply to, but I didn't really know how to approach the application process, and that's where Beth came in. She put me into contact with the veterans liaisons at these 2 schools, and from there, I found out how to best approach the essay, which is incredibly important for veterans who don't have the traditional academic background, and how to approach the ACT, SAT, whichever one they needed, or even if they did want it. I ended up taking the ACT, and I didn't do too well, but I did well enough. It helped me get into where I wanted to. But I think everything about the LSP, as far as I'm concerned, is awesome and incredibly helpful. But the 2 most important things for me were the first of which was just that initial boost of confidence from that meeting, and just finding out that these schools are actually going to take me seriously in my goals, my academic goals, my career goals, just whatever I want to be as a person, and they welcomed that. And Beth was actually going to help me apply to wherever I wanted to apply to, and it was great. And then, of course, the direction Beth gave me, and just giving me the right information, letting me know what I needed to know, because I was clueless at that point, and I couldn't have done it without her, without the LSP, and without the admissions personnel. Everyone at the schools I talked to were incredibly helpful, and just made it that much easier. Sorry, I got a few notes to look off, and I ended up going to Amherst College. It's a small liberal arts school in western Massachusetts, in the middle of nowhere, kind of halfway between Boston and New York, closer to Boston, of course, but really happy, really enjoying it. I'm in between semesters now, but I'm going back in about 2 weeks, studying political science and English, and that would be, I was kind of apprehensive choosing my major, just because everyone's been telling me, probably with some sound advice, that choose business, finance, accounting, engineering, whatever, something practicable in the real world, which they were probably right, but I'm happy choosing things I was passionate about, English and poli-sci, things I got to experience in the Marine Corps. I fell in love with literature a little bit, and I was around kind of a group of people who need to be aware of just what's going on in the world. I'm sure you're in the same situation, but I followed those passions, and I'm having a great time doing it. I'm taking the law school admissions test, the LSAT. I don't know if that's what the acronym stands for, but taking the LSAT in October. I think I'm going to apply to law school after I graduate in 2 years. I just interned at the Public Defender in New Hampshire. I'm from New Hampshire. Interned about 30 minutes down the road. Interned full-time and worked part-time and had a great summer. It was really cool. Met a lot of cool people. And now I'm just really looking forward to getting back to school, start studying, and just being around friends from school and just get back into that groove. And what else do I have? My transition process has gone well. I didn't really know. I was looking forward to it the whole time, and it's been great. I just like I knew it would be. But it's something new. It's something you even have to work at a little bit. It's something you're always conscious of because you're going to a big institution where large majority of the people are 18, 19, 20 years old. And they haven't been in the Marine Corps. We all have. So it's something to adjust to. But again, from the faculty on down at the schools, the students are incredibly helpful in the transition process, and just they admire what we've done. They look up to all our experiences and the insight we have, the unique perspective we have, and it's been great. Unfortunately, Amherst is kind of a small school. Well, depending on which way you look at it, I think it's a good thing, but it's a really small school. I think the student body is about 1,800 strong, so we don't have any kind of big official veterans organizations. I know a lot of the bigger schools do, which is probably a great asset. But even at Amherst, we got 6 or 7 veterans, but we're a strong-knit group of 6 or 7. When I first got to school, even my first week, all the vets took me out, went had a few beers at the American Legion. We shared our experiences, and they just let me know how the adjustment process went for them and how good of a time I was going to have there. And they were right. And I mean, we still are a pretty close-knit group, and I'm sure you'll walk into a similar situation where you'll have a bunch of really friendly vets just like to see you succeed, and you'll make friends. You'll be friends with them, and just you have a little group there for you. Any recommendations? I got a few recommendations just academically. This may just be may have been unique to me, but there was a small adjustment, just reading and writing, academic reading and writing, critical thinking, stuff like that. I'm in a very reading and writing intensive major, or reading and writing intensive majors, but there was a little bit of a hurdle just getting into the academic writing groove. I don't know if I could have better prepared for it, and I could have used this advice before. I don't know if you could have used it. You're probably better writers than I was, but it's nice to just, I think reading a lot helped me out, but I should have written a lot. I attended a few classes off duty while I was in, but still just kind of perfecting that, research papers, just the tediousness that goes into academic writing, just clear, cogent expression of your thoughts on paper. It was tough for me, but I'm doing well. I'm doing pretty good right now, so thankfully I'm doing well. Any comments? No, not really. Just LSP is awesome. I can't recommend it enough. Please spread the word. I'm trying to do it with my friends that are still in, but incredibly helpful for anyone looking to go to school after the Marines. There's so many schools, and I'm pretty sure every state that are LSP members. And I mean, don't be shy. Don't be afraid to apply to wherever you want to go. Just do the research. Make sure it's something that you think will be a good fit. But wherever, doors are always open, especially because we're vets and we got these unique experiences. And they welcome it, and it's great. Just knowing that. I remember when I first found out, wow, I'm kind of being realistic and applying to wherever school I want to go to, and it's an awesome feeling. I wish all of you the best of luck. And Beth has my contact information, so feel free to contact me if you have any questions, any worries, any concerns, you want someone to talk to, things aren't going well, but anything. But again, I wish you the best of luck, and Semper Fi.